everyone, today I am here for the final day of Junk Journal July UK, hosted by the Vintage Button on YouTube, and is a collaboration between the Facebook group Junk Journal Community Chat Room UK, Be Happy Stationery and design team members and guest designers. So the final prompt is reflect. So I thought what we could do is have a flip through of my journal and reflect on what we did. So one of the things I did was cover the journal. I used some labels from the HeARTful Herbology kit. I used some Hessian, and I used this picture of the cauldron and the potions around it. I love that, and I made it 3D. Then I used, on this page, I've used a corner tuck. I've made a little cluster to put on there. I made the little label, and I made this pocket out of brown paper, and this is a little notebook that comes with the kit. So my little pocket has in it a journaling card which is from the kit, and it has inside it as well, it has another journaling card. And then I put a dangle on a paper clip as a closure. I like that. I like the little button and the wooden heart, and then that fits nicely into the pocket. Over here I used the negative space prompt to make that little card, and I used this specimen card. I made this little bumblebee journaling card to fit in there. Fits in there nicely, and I love the bees on it. This has got a little bit of a dangle on it, just to show that you could use that negative space to add a dangle. I'm really pleased with how it's come out, actually. On this page I made a little flag. This was a recycling prompt, and I was inspired by Shanuki art to make that flag, and I love it. Over here we had nature, and this is dried flowers from my garden. It's dried peonies, and then I put a little strip of Hessian on top of it. Over here we've got photograph. This is a photograph from my garden, and I've used it as a little tuck. The little notebook is from the HeARTful Herbology kit, as is this tag, as is this journal card, and I've just put some little stickers on it from my favourite supply, which is stickers. I love stickers. On this page I've put a little edging of lace. Over here we've got a homemade button that I made for the buttons prompt, and a little label on top of it, and then we've got some little journaling cards popped into there. Over here we've got the little bird in the nest, which I absolutely loved, and I just wanted to make it 3D and leave it as it is, and I just did put a couple of stickers on that page. We've got a little mushroom from the kit on that page. We've got the 3D butterfly on that page. It's got flappy wings, they come up like this, look. The butterfly is from the kit, and I absolutely love it. This tag is from the kit as well, love that. Then a little faux wax seal from the tag. This is my gratitude page, from the prompt gratitude. Another little tiny bee thing there, and that actually came from the same paper as this, and this was from the negative space prompt. Also I have another tag there, another label there, one that is also a tuck. You could tuck something in there. Over here we have got some folded paper. This is actually a large A4 piece of paper, but I folded it down so that it just looks like a journal card. It's yeah. And then over here we have a little bit that opens up, and in here there's lots of space for writing, lots of writing space in that one. Then we have a butterfly. Love the butterflies in this kit. We have a leaf from the kit, which needs a bit more brown on it. I didn't do the brown on there, did I? Let's do it now. Thankfully, the background is really good at, you know, it doesn't show up when you put the brown on. That's that. In here, well, I made a little corner pocket, and I put some stickers on it. And I used a little dried pansy on there for the nature prompt, and then I made some tags for the tag prompt. That is from the photo prompt. That is from the kit as well. That's another little journaling card. And then this is a, you can open it up. It's got folded up writing space in there, so, and it can be tied up with the string or not. I use string throughout because I like the neutral and natural feel of it. So that's that pocket. I've got loads in here, haven't I? Loads of stuff to write on, and I'm loving it, loving it. This was my nostalgia prompt, a round picture of Victoria Plum, and inside that pocket I put 2 tags, one that says be thankful on the bottom, and then one that I made which has a butterfly on it. We've got a little stamp here from the kit. This is another one of the specimen slides, and I made a little tag to go in there with the negative space again. Over here we've got a little button that I made in the button prompt, and I'm using that as a tuck for that small notebook that came from the kit. Here is another one of the brown envelopes, and I have stuck that to the page, but I've left it so that it's a pocket on the page, and you can still put something behind it and something inside it. So it's got 2 journaling cards in there, and it's got this lovely big tag that I made to put in there as well. Love that tag, absolutely love it. That was from one of the early prompts. I can't remember what one it was, to be honest with you. Could have been collage fodder. Yeah, it could have been collage fodder, yeah. This was the brown paper. This one needs a bit of brown on it as well. Come on, come on. There we go. Better leave it out in case I need any more. This was from my garden as well, a photograph from my garden, and inside there I've got a couple of I've got a journaling card, and I've got a notebook, and the notebook is from the HeARTful kit, which you can get on Ko-fi, and it is half price this month. And then I've got a little wonky house from the houses, paper houses prompt. This is a postcard from the postcard prompt, which I've used as a page tuck. I've got a little stamp here that I've used, also can be a page tuck. We've got a cluster there that I made. We've got, this was from the negative space again, the holes in the bottom of there, and it was also from small, because they're small, it's a small stamp and leaves small holes. And then in there I've put 2 journaling cards. I've got loads of space to write on, haven't I? I'm really looking forward to using this journal. Over here we have my black and white page, which is one of my favourites in the book. I love this one. It says Lavender's Blue on it, and I cut the lavender blue from a book. This was from a paper pad, and this was a sticker I had. This is a postcard from York. Then over here I've got, this was part of the kit that I printed out in black and white, and it is on an envelope, and the envelope has got lace on it, and then inside the envelope, if I can get it out, it's glued in there, and then inside the envelope I've put the 3 ladies, which says leave a little sparkle wherever you go, all in black and white. Yeah, I love that idea of printing off part of the kit in black and white. Then that is a little colouring butterfly in a sticker jar. On here we've got a little dingle dangle on some black and white music paper. This card is from the kit, printed in black and white. This ticket is from the kit, printed in black and white. And I used all of those to do my black and white spread, which I absolutely love it. And then I've done a little bit of printing on it as well. Over here, this is from the HeARTful kit, and I've just done it as a side tuck, and I've tucked some little journaling bits in there, some tags and that little round thing. And then on here we've got tickets. These are tickets. This behind one is from the kit, and the one on top is The basic paper is from the kit, which I made into tickets, and then we've got a tag there which I made. Over here we've got a little stamp from the kit. Then we've got a little strawberry picture there from the kit. Then we've got these. This is another one of the negative space ones which I put a cluster on. We've got a little tuck there with a notepad from the kit in. On here we've got a very complicated fold out. So on the back of it we've got a pocket with journaling cards in. On the front we've got a tuck with a little notebook in, and then you open it up. This was for interactive, and inside there we've got two nice sturdy journaling cards. Then we've got a little flippy flappy thing here that you can write on, 3 pages to write on. Under that we have another pocket, and inside there we've got a couple more journaling cards that I made from the kit. So that was my interactive prompt thing. Over here we've got a little tag that I made, and this is a leaf from the kit, and I love this writing space like that. Got a little hedgehog in the corner there. This was my paper bow prompt, and inside there I've got some journaling cards. We've got homemade button on there. We've got one of the wax seals. We've got a little bee. Over here we've got a little picture just in the corner. I just liked that page as it was, and I thought I could probably write on there, put a photograph on it. Then on the next page we have got a envelope that I made, and it's got a little tuck spot on the front of it, and then inside the envelope I put some flower stickers that can go in the journal, and the little bee is what closes the envelope. I put a strawberry on the back of it. Yeah, you can tuck something in there, so I could tuck a note or something in there. And then this is also a tuck spot, and when you open it up it is a hidden note page, if you like. So then we go on to here with writing space, another handmade label there. And then we've got another mushroom from the kit. Then over here, this was the maximalist page, so it's got everything on it. It's got lace on the edge, it's got a dingle dangle, it's got corners, it's got a pocket, it's got a cluster, it's got a boingy boing, it's got texture paste, it's got painting, it's got sprinkles, it's got everything. And then this was from the map prompt, and it is an envelope that you can put things inside. It has another little map inside there that I turned into a journal card, and then the B is the closure for the envelope, and it holds to the page with the paper clip. Then over there we've got another postcard, which actually is a hidden spot. Inside there is a journaling card that can be written on and hidden back in there, and no one will be any the wiser. And then we have my homemade bee. That is so funny, isn't it? It's so rubbish, it's funny. My homemade bee label. And then over here I used this from the kit to tuck it over the edge of the page. And I popped one of my little houses in there. Then on the other side I've done the same. I've put a little bee on there, and then I've put a little journaling card in, and I've even done the same on here but with a map. So we've got a journal card tucked into there, and then on the other side we've got space to tuck something else. Here is another one of my photographs. That's my favourite one, and it's also a tuck spot. Over here we have got tickets again. So these are the tickets that I made from the paper from the kit, and these are the tickets from the kit, and I've backed them with card and used them as journaling cards, nice and sturdy. And then this is a huge postcard which I love, and inside there is another postcard, and that is of Betsy Coyd, where I've actually visited, loved it, in Wales, and so I popped that in there. And that is my Junk Journal July journal. I hope you enjoyed making that along with me. I hope you got lots of inspiration from it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.